Surrender deck.
I've been waiting for them to do that for years. Yeah. Well, you think you're real nice. Oh, believe it or not, after Thanksgiving is over, we do the thing up to Christmas lights. Oh boy, it's gonna be kind of noisy over here. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, for right now, I'm gonna need you all to make it nice and tight. Please make our group nice and tight, everyone. Yep, right over here for John's group. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, now I know everyone, I know all blind I think you were just wanting me to finish. This is where our current nose is. Mr. Shigemitsu, the safetiest time coming up. The reason why the safetiest time coming up the step ladder is because Mr. Shigemitsu has a wooden left leg. That being said, ladies and gentlemen, once his crew makes its way up to this deck, we see three men coming down the step ladder over to my left. Those three men are Admiral Halsey, Admiral Chester Nimitz, and General Douglas MacArthur. Our chaplain will make his way forward. He'll say a short prayer. This is then followed by General Douglas MacArthur, who would say a short speech. This speech is along the lines of justice, tolerance, and the rebuilding of Japan. After his speech, he motions to number 22, Mr. Shigemitsu, who'll make his way over to the table first, signing at 9:04 a.m. The person that you see seated at the table as number 1, that is none other than General Douglas MacArthur himself. If you look behind him, you'll see two tall, curtain-tired men. These two tall gentlemen, they stand 6 feet tall, yet they weigh nowhere near 100 pounds. They have been staring at us for the maximum of that time for anyone else, there was 3 long months. They were just released prior to someone captured all the POWs. By name, by time, by number they are. Number 2, Lieutenant General Wainwright. He was captured in regular Philippines. Number 3 beside him is Lieutenant General Sir Arthur Percival. He was captured in Singapore. Both of these gentlemen are then honored by General Douglas MacArthur as they received the first 2 pens he signed with underneath his title. His title that day was Supreme Allied Commander. Once those 2 pens are given away, he now motions to Admiral Chester Nimitz. He'll make his way over to the table next and sign behalf of the United States of America. Following him are country representatives from the other countries. They will begin with China, Great Britain, USSR, Australia, Canada, France, the Netherlands, and New Zealand. When everyone has signed the instruments of surrender, the ceremony closes at 9:25 a.m. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when everything is closed here on the USS Missouri, during that time, there are still some people that are asking you the big question. The question at that time was, is World War II over? Back here on the USS Missouri, we see General Douglas MacArthur. He makes it back up to the microphone, and this is what he says. Let's take a listen. Today, the guns are silent. A great tragedy has ended. A great victory has been won. The skies no longer rain death. The seas were only commerce. Men everywhere walk upright in the sunlight. Today the entire world lies quietly at peace. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for the surrender ceremony. Sorry, now my friends, I am very sorry. I did not mean to make anyone cry during that speech or during that story. You are now welcome to take a look around. Now, this picture, go ahead and check out these names and these tiles. I was hoping they will recognize number 4 as well as number 17. The Plaque Americanista to my left, that's where the table stood that very day. Over by the open door, we know it's the last days. That actually holds up at the vessel just copies of the instruments of surrender. The originals are in the Foreign Ministry of Japan and National Archives. I'll call them back together within 3 minutes to go to our last spot. If you have any questions, I'll be standing right over there by the small elevator. Go ahead and take a look around, everyone.
kazi yake that side. Captain's cabin.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to come back over to our spots. Number 1, number 2, now on to number 3, the kamikaze attack site. But ladies and gentlemen, if you please take a look down this walkway to my left, you'll see that that walkway is very uneven. Everyone, please watch your feet. As you go straight into that small gun turn and go around it, you will see another step ladder. This then means hands on the railing or hands in the net, whichever you prefer. Watch your step going down. When I say we're going down, I mean us, not the ship. Over here, please. Follow me. We're going to be heading into our tent. Come on in, everyone. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, now right over here, please. All right, ladies and gentlemen, now I do have a very important question for all of you to answer. Are you folks enjoying my guided tour?
Yes.
Yes? Wow. Alright, we're gonna wait for the rest of our people to catch up over here. But ladies and gentlemen, if you take a look around at where we are right now, this is what we call the Phantom of the USS Missouri. Now, during World War II, we did have two seaplanes that took off from right over here over the side of our ship. As for 1980s and 1990s, we have a helicopter landing pad right here. Since we were using either of those, we decided to put up this nice tent for our military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, I knew all of you were coming today, so this is why I laid out these nice chairs. Go ahead and sit down, everyone. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, now this was a common question as I was growing up. You possibly have heard before. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
You're very good. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm glad to hear that all of you are enjoying my guided tour and my bad sense of humor. Now, I hate to break the news to you, my friends, but this is our final stop for the guided tour. Now, everyone, don't be like that. Don't be like that. You will see me walking around afterwards. So if you feel to any questions, please feel free to come and ask me and my fellow tour guides. Although, do know that if you're asking me a hard question, I'll never deny you my bonus. My bonus is, you're welcome to come and take a picture of me. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing a lot of walking, we've been doing a lot of talking today. I told you about our ship's history. I told you about the guns and how far they could fire. I told you about the surrender ceremony and what took place here on our ship, minus a few speed bumps here and there. Well, my friends, are there any questions so far? No? Wow, good crowd. All right, well, everyone, before you are all dismissed, I still have one last story to share with you. Would you like to hear my last story?
Yes.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, welcome to the Phantom of the USS Missouri. Now, if you take a look down this walkway, do you see this boat with the American flag on it? If so, please say yes.
Yes.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to please envision that the USS Missouri, she is not here in Pearl Harbor. She's off the coast of Okinawa. It's April 11, 1945. But at 2:43 in the afternoon, a kamikaze plane is seen, coming down from the Phantom to my left and crashing along the starboard side of our ship. The wing on the right side of that plane, it sheds its catapults forward. It sprays everything with aviation fuel, starting a massive fire. The crew of the USS Missouri, they snap into action. They put this fire out within 3 minutes flat. That's where they discovered the remains of a body. This will be the kamikaze pilot's body. He was discovered right where you all saw. The Harngo Charles basketball hoop above the ladies' restroom right outside. We also saw Captain Callahan and made his way over to this deck. He looks around the crew. He is shocked to see there were no casualties among the crew. He instructs everyone to take the body down below deck and to prepare for a burial at sea the following day. On April 12, 1945, there were 2 sets of news floating around the world. One which is from here on the USS Missouri, has to do with the burial at sea for Setsuo Shino, the former kamikaze pilot. By Captain Callahan's orders, he was doing the full honors of a 5-man military gun salute, a place for our chaplain to say a prayer. Buglers playing the taps. Our crew of 6, they're the ones laying his body underneath a makeshift Japanese flag they made the night before. They put the body and the flag over the railing, down into the waters off the coast of Okinawa. I'm sure all of you here heard this story before, right? No? Ladies and gentlemen, it'll be on that very same day that our President of the United States, Franklin Delano Roosevelt, had just passed away. We are now ushering in our new president to the White House, and this will be Harry S. Truman, who started cresting the Lone Star ship at the beginning of our guided tour. Alright, my friends, so that is it for our guided tour. Ladies and gentlemen, if you turn to this direction right over here, chances are you'll see our great doorway right by our huge sign that says caution. Do all of you see it? Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, that's your entrance number 1. Entrance number 2 is outside of this tent underneath the middle gun barrel of gun turret number 3. Both of these doors will take you down to the mess deck. You'll be able to see what the crew ate, where the crew slept, and most will enjoy that fabulous AC. Thank you, Mr. Ronald Reagan. If you folks want to see my friend RTD2, make your way up the port side, left side of the USS Missouri. You'll come down 1 step ladder, go up some more, come down this right that side. If I see any one of you, and I mean any one of you, going up this right that side to the 05, I will scream at you without any mercy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming to see us today. Thank you for being my wonderful first tour today. And everyone, have a happy new year. Take care.
Gracias. Living spaces.
down the ladder.
Thank you.
Back করে climb করো বলছে।
That's
Turn
okay.
your back and climb. And back.
Cabin for eating. What are those things?
知覧の富谷食軍用食内村旅館と永久旅館の2軒の軍用旅館が隊員と家族の別れの場所となった。特攻隊の出撃は早朝が多かった。隊員たちは隊長の訓示を聞き別れの杯を交わすと黙って機上の人となった。整備兵とともに知覧工女の生徒たちも出撃を見送った。知覧から沖縄まで2時間半。我突に許すの伝聞を残し、彼らは南の海に散っていった。昭和25年4月、太平洋戦争は最終段階を迎えていた。アメリカを中心とする連合軍、1500隻の艦船、18万の大兵力を持って沖縄への上陸を開始した。この上陸を阻止しようとして、日本軍は4月から6月にかけて 特攻機による体当たり攻撃を繰り返した。チラン陸軍特別攻撃隊の最前線基地である。チランでは日本内地をはじめ中国や朝鮮半島の部隊から特攻隊員が集まってきた。その主力は学徒兵と少年飛行兵であった。最年少の隊員はわずか17歳の若さであった。彼らは三角兵舎と呼ばれた宿舎で出撃までの日々を過ごしていた。その時親身になって彼らの世話をしたのが治安工女の生徒や町の人々であった。知覧の富谷職人、軍用職人、内村旅館と永久旅館の2軒の軍用旅館が隊員と家族の別れの場所となった。特攻隊の出撃は早朝が多かった。隊員たちは隊長の訓示を聞き、別れの杯を交わすと黙って機上の人となった。整備兵とともに治安工女の生徒たちも出撃を見送った。チラン、陸軍特別攻撃隊の最前線。